Okay, I've had a lot of students inquire on how to find the textbook for this course using their Cengage Unlimited code. So once you log in with your Cengage Unlimited code, you can either search for or do an ISBN search or search by authors or by textbook names or whatnot. But here's all the information that you need to find your textbook. I also have sent all of you this on, excuse me, um, on August 26th. I sent this to you. It has all the information that I'm sharing with you right now on my screen. But now I'm just showing to you that, yeah, it is in Cengage. So when you find this book, make sure that when you check the ISBN, make sure the last two digits are 71. Okay, that's the important part that you need to know and that you need to be aware of. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go into the book because I had some inquiries as how that works, how it's set up, so that you can figure out what you need to get done. So I'll let this go ahead and load. Once you find that book, make sure you add it to your bookshelf so that you can go back to it often, because you will be working in there every single week um, throughout the course of this book. So make sure that you do add that. Okay, so this is what the book looks like. Now, there is a table of contents, so you can see that all the different modules, I call them, in your Canvas class. So let me get into Canvas just so you can see your course. Okay, so notice that your home screen is set to be looking at your modules. So of course you're getting started, you're probably already kind of gone through that, but essential computer concepts. So if you go to your book, you're gonna notice that you have a section called Essential Computer Concepts. And you can click on that section. And here's what that module is about. Now, I know a lot of students' books look a lot different than maybe mine do. And that has to do with this Mind Tap thing. I don't use Mind Tap, but from my understanding, Mind Tap is kind of like embedded into this textbook. So unfortunately, how I have red colored pages, it seems that you guys don't have red colored pages. And where I say the tan boxes, it's unfortunate that you guys don't have the tan boxes. So there's the essential computer concepts section. I'm sure you guys are figuring that out if you haven't already. Okay, managing your files. Let's go look at this section because this is where tan box come to effect. So managing your files, again, if I go back to that book, I'm looking at my table of contents. Here's managing your files. Okay, again, mine's yellow, which I'm fortunate about. Yours may or may not be yellow colored, but it's still the same content. The pages have the same words on them, the same steps on them. It's just that this color coordination isn't happening for some of your ebooks. And again, it has something to do with that mind tap. I don't know if you search for the book a different way. Like I'm just here on Cengage and I just happen to search for the book. Um, and here's that Cengage Unlimited where I could buy it for $120. Obviously, I'm not going to buy it because I have an account already. But there is that textbook ebook option. And again, just make sure you notice that that ISBN number ends with 71. So this is the correct book. A lot of times, like I said, MindTap is built into this. So if you can find one that doesn't have MindTap in it, feel free to not do the MindTap one. But again, I think it's an embedded I think it's an embedded thing for you as students, but that's okay. So again, we're gonna go back to managing your files. So I'm back in the managing files section. So far, all these pages I've skipped is just simply reading. This is where you can find quiz questions at, vocab words, so forth and so on. What you actually are going to have to do actually starts for this unit clear onto page 14. So I'm gonna skip here several pages and see if I can get to FM 14. Okay, so I'm on page FM 14. Down at the bottom here, I have a tan box. Okay, you guys want to have a tan box, but instead you'll have a step 1 that I believe is like in an orange rectangular shape. And you'll have a step 2 in like an orange rectangular type of a shape. And then step 3, again, all the verbiage is the same. You just don't have this tan box to outline it. You have these orange boxes that you need to be aware of. So what you're actually going to do is you're going to learn how to open and edit the list file. So step 1, you're going to go out and you're going to right click the list file. If you don't have the list file, then that becomes an option, a deal with this files. Files is where you can find all these file management files that you need. Again, I also loaded them in the individual unit for you to work with also, and I've given you a video on how to get to those files. So you may want to go and look at that. So again, that's how your book works. That's how it's set up. That's what you have to do. So these brown boxes, this again is the module that you're going to work through. You will do every single tan box, or if you're on the ebook, you're going to be doing all of the orange, reddish colored rectangular boxes that have a number inside of them. Step 1, step 2, step 3, so forth and so on. I'm going to try to skip here to the review so that you know what that looks like. I'm getting pretty close here. Okay, so notice that this is blue colored page. So if you actually have the physical book, you would have a blue colored page here. If you're on the ebook, it's okay. The review assignment, and there's 11 steps for you to do in that review assignment. So this is what you would do for the review assignment that you are assigned. So again, if I go back to our class, if I go back to file management, your assignments for file management are the module. So you're going to do all those tan boxes. If you don't have the tan boxes, you do the red or orange rectangular shapes with numbers in them. Then you're going to take a quiz over what you created there. You're then going to complete the review, which is what I'm looking at right here. These 11 steps of the review is what you're going to do. You're then going to take a quiz over what you complete there, as far as what you create, how many folders you have, what files are in what folders. Then you're going to take an entire quiz over the entire file management unit. So notice that FM is approximately 30 pages in length. This quiz would be over all 30 of the pages in file management. Hopefully that'll help you guys out a little bit to know how to find the book in Cengage Unlimited and how to actually get started.